I just played on stage in a show match. To my understanding, that wasn't broadcasted anywhere, but it was a great show match. I played Urel. I dominated. Chu played Mephisto. He dominated. We played with Matthew Cooper, the lead designer for Heroes. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. So thank you all for joining me today. We, unfortunately, do not have the longest stream in the whole world ahead of us. I think we're looking at potentially 2.5 hours, which, you know, kind of sucks. But I don't have any game sound. Okay, now I do. How's everything sounding on your end, guys? Yesterday, I think the gameplay was really loud. Like, really loud. So hopefully that's not going to be the case again today. I'm going to go with, what are we going up against here? I'm going to try choose cooldown reduction build again and maybe give my final thoughts on it. See if I really like it. Look at that damage. That's just nuts. I can't finish her off, and I was stunned. That's ridiculous, though. Hey, we have a Lucio. If you guys watched Chu's stream earlier, you would know that I played against him the entire day, and I did not go easy on him. I wanted to be so prepared for the show match. I played all of my best heroes. I used everything I knew about this game. And then we get on stage, and it was like, oh, we just dicked around, and we just lived in the enemy team's base forever. This Nova might know what a Mephisto does. If you guys are just joining us, we are at Gamescom 2018. Blizzard did pay for me to come out here and check out the new character and the reworked Hanamura. This is what you're going to be seeing here today. It's the only map we can play, unfortunately, so I hope that you like it. No longer is the core locked behind payloads. You can just push your lanes and go right towards it. There is only one payload on the map, and that fires off damage at buildings very similar to Blackheart's Bay. What is she doing? What are you doing? I'm winning a 2v1 right now. Keep in mind, this is on the show floor. As you can see, there's people behind me. So there's no matchmaking. There's no MMR. We don't know if the people here have played 10,000 games or 0. So please keep that in mind as you're watching these games today. Don't judge Mephisto's balance based off of how well or how poorly I play. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, bribe is still as powerful. Can you bribe the samurais? Because if you're just bribing these, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that good. Okay, regen globes. Lower our cooldown. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing. Hey, can anyone remind me what build I did in the YouTube video?
Another fudge jelly comment. Hope you're enjoying your time in Germany.
Thank you very much. I am. Oh, I just realized I don't see my stream alerts. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't do the same build in the video twice, if I can avoid it. Also, I found out that there's a Tyrande rework on this build. So they changed Tyrande to be a healer. Seriously, she's a healer now. She's not like, oh yeah, she has a healing spell. Tyrande is a support. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, I almost got her. Hold on, I can go back in just a second. I'm going back in. Yes! Oh, Mephisto! Get out of here! Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, they didn't even tell us! They didn't even tell us about Tyrande, so we're going to be checking her out soon. I tried the self-sustaining build. Okay, so I didn't do this cooldown reduction thing. Okay, let me explain it to you then. Hello, welcome, YouTube. I'm probably sending this one out to you. I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. So, at level 1 and 4, we have some cooldown reduction talents. So we have Anger at level 1. Basic attacks. Activate the Lord of Hatred, reducing ability cooldowns by 0.75 seconds. So Mephisto has built-in cooldown reduction all of the time. So as I'm proccing these spells, you'll notice that Lightning Nova is already back off cooldown because we were dealing so much damage with it. And we are continuing to deal. Actually, we didn't deal any damage there. So as our abilities proc on things, we are lowering our cooldowns. Well, this talent at level 1 makes it so our auto attacks can do the same thing. Oh, that wall. Makes it so it can do the same thing. So
11 months, yeah.
Thank you very much. Are the alerts loud today? I actually have no way of telling. No way of telling. So we can auto attack on top of just using our abilities against this enemy team, which is really nice. It gives us options. At level 4, whenever we pick up a regen globe, the regen globe lasts longer, and it's also going to be giving us more cooldown reduction as well, which of course means we have 2 sources of cooldown reduction. 3. Our spells, our auto attacks, and just picking up regen globes is going to be enough to get our cooldowns moving in the right direction. And Mephisto does have long cooldowns, so you're going to want some way of managing those. Whether it's landing all of your builds, landing all of your Qs and going Q build, or if it's just doing this build and trying to get everything back as fast as possible. Now, this is Chew8's favorite setup for Mephisto, and as I mentioned, we just played him on stream and absolutely dominated the enemy team. So, I wanted to cancel my back. So, it does seem, it does seem good. I've seen it played very well. And I think this might be a good place to start. Now, we tried some variations of this yesterday where we tried to buff our spell power as much as possible and then focus on using our consumed souls. Good timing, level 10, thank you, to secure as many kills as we can. The beauty of this build is once we hit level 13, once we hit 13, we're also going to be able to use all of this cooldown reduction that we're ramping up and use it on our heroic ability as well. So normally we're looking at a very, very long, here we go, ulting. It's not gonna secure anything, but I tried. We're looking at a very, very long 120-second cooldown on, ooh, we're so dead. Unless we can get a heal rapidly. Hold on, we're backing out, shoot some skills off, get that cooldown reduction. I was thinking about going back in, but I'm not going to. Okay, so Hysteria. So we need armor really quick. Countered. But you thought the first global didn't kill me, so you'd use another one? No. It secured a clone? Did it attack his copy? Or what? Decoy. Decoy. Okay, I got you. I got you, team. I got you. So, we're going to be able to focus on getting regen globes and just spamming consumed soul as much as possible, on top of our other abilities, of course. And throughout the course of the game, that ramps up so quickly. But of course, we can't lower the cooldown of our heroic ability until 13. Looks like the team is fighting. I'm just going to teleport in, start hitting these guys in the back line with the Lightning Nova. That's our W ability. Remember, it only deals damage around the outside of these circles. So your positioning as the Mephisto is, wow, look at that Spirit Link thing. Your positioning as the Mephisto is super important in order to get the most out of this ability. And displacements like that Diablo can be really, really difficult to deal with if you're going for a full lightning build, but of course we're going for cooldown reduction. So theoretically, everything that we're doing can deal a lot of damage. We may not make it out of this one, boys. We'll go ahead and turn this on, maybe try to proc some extra damage on the enemy team's Mephisto. He's totally out of mana, so I'm thinking we can actually trade here. Auto attack. Teleporting in. He's going to teleport back. Oh, I missed. Hey, good thing I have an ult. No, I'm going to be interrupted by the apocalypse. It's going to be on a 9-second cooldown now. The Butcher charging in. That should be a dead Diablo right there and some meat for him. Now, do we think Mephisto made it back to the base yet? I'm going to bet that he didn't. He did. Damn.
Proud of you. Where are the pretzels to share?
Right here. This is really good pretzel, actually. I got a fly buzzing around me, though. So our Q ability is Skull Missile. It's on a 0.75 delay, straight line skill shot. It's good, I guess. Our E ability is what's allowing us to teleport forward and then go back to our original location. Thank you for the 6 months. Thank you for the 9 months. Thank you for all the support today. Is that the real? It is. Wow. Diablo stepping forward, so we're going to hit him with the Lightning Nova. Uh-oh. Uh-oh there, bud. I'm going to warp forward to get the armor so that the Mephisto ult, the Mephisto Consume Souls, doesn't deal too much damage to me. The enemy team's Mephisto is in a bad spot, and he is going to be taken down. Diablo looking like he's in a bad spot as well, and we are proccing some serious damage here. I'm going to jump in and try to land a few more auto attacks before I have to leave, and the Q does not secure the kill, but the Butcher does move in and get it. No problem. No problem. Shoe fly, don't bother me. So we are level 14, so I need to focus on getting regen globes, as well as auto-attacking heroes and, you know, hitting my abilities. But, of course, regen globes are probably the easiest way to make sure that our ultimate is always lowering its cooldown. And just so you know the description, word for word, channel for 2.5 seconds, revealing all enemy heroes. After the channel completes, all enemy heroes take 619 damage and are slowed by 40% for 2.5 seconds. So it's a global slow, a global nuke, and at level 20, if you secure a kill with it, you get another cast, which is pretty fun. Hey, you better get that turret. You better get that turret. All right, give me that globe. Not that I really need it right now, I guess. I mean, just as a demonstration, I suppose I could ult, and then we could try to get just regen globe cooldown reduction. I don't know if that's really worth. Now, remember, I'm not using my normal keybinds here in at Gamescom, and I'm not even able to use quick cast. So, you know, this is not the most well-played Mephisto in the world. We are going to take Lightning Nova, can deal percentage damage. If we get it up to a certain, every time it ticks damage on enemies, it increases its damage. And if we can proc it enough, it's going to deal 12% of the target's maximum HP. As you just saw there on Diablo, he took a ton of damage. We just used our ultimate, dealing damage to everyone on the enemy team. Now I'm going to try to teleport forward and maybe finish off some of these guys. Wasn't quite able to position the Lightning Nova appropriately, but the dunk from Asmodan is going to clean up the Alex Strazin. And now we play real... come here. What? I thought this would be a bush.
It's not.
It's not. So that's a level 16 advantage to the enemy team's level 13. That's a talent to your advantage and 3 levels. So the match is looking pretty good right now. Asmodan doing a lot of damage, keeping up with me. Let's go and focus on getting some globes so we can lower this cooldown and just using it again. The idea is that with this build, your heroic ability is ready in every single encounter that you get yourself in. And it's actually really rewarding. Really, really, really rewarding. And I hope this wasn't the build I played yesterday. Yesterday, it was an absolute blur to me. An absolute blur. Someone asked me how the temperature is here. It's so hot. I think I have become liquid. I am nothing but sweat. Okay, let me get a globe. Rotate up to the lane. There's one. There's what? Give it. Yes. Now, I don't know if getting 2 globes actually has double the effect or if it just refreshes the effect. But of course, we can teleport in and do a bunch of stupid stuff like this as well. We have 3 seconds until we can actually cast my heroic ability. 2 seconds until I can pour it in one more time. Let's avoid that damage there, shall we? I'm going to cast it right when I come back to my body, hopefully killing that Mephisto or enabling the Butcher to go in. We definitely enabled him to go in, but Diablo had other plans for him. Luckily for us, Diablo didn't move too far, so we were able to secure a kill on him. No problem. The rest of the enemy team is backing up. The enemy Mephisto hitting us with a nuke of his own, the consumed soul of his own, but as you can see, it just kind of tickles. If it did too much damage and it was global and you can't miss, it would be a little overpowered, right? So you have to use it at the right time to really get the full benefit out of it. I'm just going to keep being aggressive with my teleport, try to get as much damage out on these guys as I can with the Lightning Nova every single time I go in. And of course, if you're able to hit that maximum threshold, you'll start to see crits flying off on the enemy team. If you're able to hit the maximum damage threshold on Lightning Nova, it means that you're going to be able to use Lightning Nova again so very soon. That damage, too much for them to handle, and they are going to be taken down. Alex Drazen, maybe not the best pick to actually counter a Mephisto, because when they walk into the circle to get healed, I'm able to just line up that Lightning Nova on every single person and just do a ridiculous amount of damage. So that was game 1 done in record speed. All right, that'll do. That's Mephisto. Hello, YouTube. I hope you're well. Come see me on Twitch sometime. Take care. I'm going to eat an apple. Okay.